Hey everybody, this is David Schooley with the Big John MMA Fight Club. I'm talking about some awesome fights this month in the month of April, and I'm talking about them with my buddy here who just happens to be a legend in pro motocross. We're talking motocross, supercross, multiple champion. We're talking about current champion of off-road racing with the Torque Off-Road Championship. Ricky, how you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome, man. I really want to thank you and also Big John McCarthy. Obviously been a big fan of his and obviously a huge fan of MMA. I feel that in the current truck championship and the Torque Off-Road Championship that we race right now I've called it the UFC of motorsports.
Yep.
We get to bang, we get to bump, we get to rub on each other. We have a yellow flag at halfway that's a lot like, a rounds where you get to gather your senses back up and then come back after your competitors. And so when it comes to motorsports, we are definitely the most physical there is out there. And there's some lines that cross into growing kicks and eye gouges and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, we race the same way these guys and these girls fight.
Well, and I know you've been accused of racing like that in the past, but it works well for you. I love it.
Yeah, you got to take every inch that you can.
That's right. Well, hey, listen, we're getting a little bit of a treat right now because you're gonna get to lock in some predictions on some of the fights of the girls of Invicta, man. Let me tell you, these women are awesome, and we've got a really great matchup here. This is actually a championship fight. This is Invicta 5, and it's going to be Friday, April 5th. The people that are fighting here, oh man, I got to tell you, this is going to be an awesome fight. We're talking about Jessica Penne and then Michelle Waterson, who's known as the Karate Hottie.
Yep.
And these two girls are going to bang pretty hard, but I have to find out from you who you think is going to win, man.
Well, I got to go with Jessica for one reason. One is that we work with the same doctor, Dr. G, down there he works with a lot of different fighters. So
the Dr. G factor.
Yeah, the G factor is pulling me in here. I'm fans of both girls. If I had to, kind of think out loud, I think that Michelle would win by knockout, or Jessica is going to win by submission. The thing that I have to say though is that girls are girls. They don't have huge frames. They don't hit as hard. Now, would they whip me in a fight? Most definitely. They're professional fighters, so I'm not taking anything away from them.
Right.
But with their structure and their size and stuff like that, sometimes you don't see a one-punch knockout with girls this small. So I'm going to go with Jessica Penne with a submission in the second. I think that Michelle's going to come out and go really hard when it comes to throwing the leather, but I think that Jessica's going to be able to avoid the storm and come back. And a lot of times when you're throwing that much leather, you wear yourself out, and that's going to take away some of your defense. So I'm going with Penne in the second, submission.
Awesome, awesome. So that's a couple rounds of action. Penne locking it up with a submission. You guys heard it from Ricky. You guys need to lock in your predictions. See how much you know, or at least how much you can compare to Rick. And let's see how things turn out. Rick, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.